Ramin Beatz.
It's the Kaptain. Yo, check out this bitch, man. Yo, I got up at 4:43 in the morning. Looked at the mirror as I was yawning to witness another day of me being cool. I say thank you, Jay, for giving me a chance to walk in. I started to go to my desk and talking. I took a deep breath while I was talking to think of something that could be knocking the game straight off their feet. So I sat down and pushed repeat, and I began to speak, but I couldn't think of that cause my mind was asleep. It made me stop and listen. I had to just stop and listen. I had to just stop and listen. Something would eventually sink in. I had to just stop and listen. I had to just stop and listen. I had to just stop and listen. Something would eventually sink in. So I started to write with the pen and figure out it was the beginning of a time that I actually wrote something. Then I thought something was funny, so I put it down like it was cool. Reread it and felt like a fool, cause it didn't even compare to the verse that I wrote the first time. And I rehearsed it about 3 or 4 times before I decided to make a line come to connect with the verse. I said, okay, this'll work. And I thought about trying to make another, but I couldn't figure out how to brother myself to make it happen. I said, you know what, I'm done with this rapping. I had to stop and just listen. I had to stop and just listen. I had to stop and just listen. Something